know, Sabres have been power crept like none other in this game. I've been playing this game for, what, 4, maybe 5 years. When I came in, the F-2 Sabre was not necessarily the king, but it was the most capable aircraft in the game. And this is the plane that I learned to fly jets with. And I still love it. I still love it. And yes, it's been power crept. It doesn't have the power of supersonics. It doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the afterburner. You know, that's the big difference right now. Is a lot of these planes are getting afterburners, but that doesn't mean this plane is not good. It's still in a defensive posture, one of the best planes. New meta, same great plane. The only thing that has honestly kind of changed in this aircraft is the guns. Air targets used to work really good, now they just kind of puff. So we switched to armored targets, and look, works just fine. You'll still have your moments with these guns. These T-160s, they still decimate very, very well. Now the rest of the Sabres, they all fly very, very similar. There's subtle differences in the wing styles. But all the Sabres generally have the same power, with the exception of the A5 being the underpowered one, and then the CL Mark IV being the underpowered one as well. Then you go to the other end, you have the CL Mark VI, which is honestly your only serious threat in this aircraft. Yes, MiGs are, but MiG playstyle and Sabre playstyle are two totally different things. So if you play the Sabre to your strengths, you won't have any issues, but a CL Mark VI does everything that you do, but better. Another head-on, another crit, on fire, he gone. The G91's going to die here pretty soon. This guy I'm breaking off from the head-on. But here's the thing. The Sabres have a very, very good roll rate, except for like the F-40 Sabre with the long wings. Now, we're not going to go into the differences of all the Sabres, but this one has the T-160s. That's what makes this plane so much better than the rest, at least in my eyes, okay? And before you ask, yes, I run boosters. No, it's not for everybody. Boosters make it really easy to rip right around 850 kilometers an hour, so that is... Nothing has changed in this plane. So you guys remember, if you've been around since the start, some of the first tutorials I ever made were in this aircraft right here. And the actual flight style, how you play this aircraft, nothing has changed. You still want to keep your speed. If you can keep 1,000 kilometers an hour, you're doing golden. Right now, nobody even knows how to really keep their speed. And so honestly, even 800 kilometers an hour has become almost acceptable in my eyes. Still not necessarily the right way to play it. Here we got an F-11. He can't out-turn me. He can kind of roll with me, but he knows, you know, he's got that weird kind of roll quirk. So he's pulling up behind me. I'm just going to bait him out for my teammate here. He's looking for the shot. I can dodge any bullet he fires at me very easily. And he's not paying attention. Here comes the missile. Poof. Gone. Now, honestly, I haven't played this plane in over a year, so it's taken me a bit to get back into the hang of it, because with this amazing roll rate combined by a very modest elevator pull, like it's very, very, very capable of doing these snapshots. And those are the ones you saw in the intro, and these are the ones that honestly I do quite often in this plane, and that is exactly why I run the boosters, because at high speed you cannot pull these snapshots without the boosters. So that is the big difference for me, and that's why I continue to run boosters. But in this case, so we're pulling up behind the G91. I'm a little bit off on my aim. Here he is. He's trying to pull. He's going to dump a ton of speed, but I can still pull just inside his turn just a little bit. G91 in the long run you don't want to get slow with, but as long as you stay fast in this plane, you don't have a whole hell of a lot of issues. Like I say, most of these aircraft, they can't keep up with your roll rate. In fact, I don't think there's another aircraft in the game that can keep up with the roll rate of the Sabre. In this situation, I know he doesn't have a ton of speed, so I'm pulling up. I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of speed. This is the 2-on-2 scenario. I know that the F-11, he's really not going to be a huge threat, because I can just enough outroll him, and I can definitely outpull him. Not too worried. This other F-2 Sabre is a threat to me. There you go. We set him on fire and try and finish him off. Couldn't quite pull the shot. Here he is. He's still alive, and he's pulling towards me. I'm kind of worried now, because all he has to do is hit me. F-2 guns are very, very fast. Over 900 meters a second. That is some of the fastest guns in the game. But we managed to pull away. We know he doesn't have any engine because it just burned out. So now I'm just grabbing my speed and trying to get away from the F-11. The F-2 will crash. He'll be out of it pretty soon. Here we go. Setting into it, easily outroll him, easily dodge him with his capabilities. Pull up, and he's just going to continue to go away. Smart move on his part, no problem, one little bit. But we are a little slow. There goes the F-2. So now we're just dropping our nose and trying to gather up our speed again. Trying to get back up to about 1,000 kilometers an hour if we can. I see the Swift over off to the left. Looks like he's coming this way. Still pretty far out though, and then the F-11 will easily catch back up to me in his dive. So we're just going to go straight. Any maneuver, any turn we make is going to sacrifice our acceleration, you know, energy retention, things like that. So the less you turn, the better you maintain your energy. In this aircraft, maintaining your energy is the key to controlling the fight. Pulling into the head-on, miss the Swift, drop the nose a little bit. Looks like the GNA-1 finally died. Sesteron, I just saw your comment in the chat there. The reason I don't play tanks don't fly very well. I honestly have no interest in them. I am interested in jets, planes, things like that. Things that fly. This requires, I think, a little bit more skill. Tanks are really, nah, I just don't enjoy them. So here we go, up into the vertical, trying to pull the F-11 with me. Here we go, he is following. I know that I have a good bait scenario in this one. I can easily outturn him once we get slow, but I look down and here comes a Swift. Decided, okay, yeah, I might die here. Started to pull my nose down, get towards the Swift, and then I realized that he wasn't coming up this way. So I continue with the F-11. So we're going a little bit slow. He's going probably even slower right now. And so I'm just going to pull up. I'm going to pop my flaps, my landing flaps, all that, get all this lift, and pull up. And he's never going to be able to pull that. He realizes, dives out. Here we go. We flip the nose back over. We're going really slow, but thankfully this is only a 2-on-2 scenario. Everybody that is a threat is below me right now. We are good. So we're going to dive out. Looks like I lost my other F2 teammate. I think we'll be all right, though. F-11's going to run off. Neither of these planes I'm really that worried about. The Swift, neither of them can outturn me. The Swift compresses hard at high speeds. The F-11, yeah, I'm still not a fan of that plane. But here we go. The Swift tries dodging me. I don't know why he turned towards me in the first place. We get a hit. We're going to pull in here, right here with him. Full elevator. Tap the flaps just a little bit, and he is gone. Well inside his turn. Not an issue at all. And it looks like the F-11, he's going to work his way back. So here we go, trying to get back up to like 800 kilometers an hour. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I can still dodge him at this speed. Not too worried. Here we go, into the vertical, see if he will pull. Using the flaps just a little bit, sticking tight with him, pulling in, trying to get the shot, just miss it. Think I overled that, maybe just a bit, but here we go. And now he's doing that cancer wobble. And that boy got 26 rounds, and it looks like he's going into the ground. All right, well, saved a few bullets on that one. Could have been a 7th kill. Oh well. So we fast forward a little bit. Here we are. I think this is the last guy left. It is an F-40 Sabre. F-40 Sabres are a little different wings. They have leading edge slats, a longer wing, and so they turn just a little bit better, and they have actually a little bit less of a roll rate. This guy doesn't want anything to do with a head-on. He's actually going kind of slow, so I go ahead and I just kind of pull up, because I'm going to dump a little speed pulling up, but I will recover in a dive. But this keeps me inside his turn. I'm going to come back down inside him here. Lining up the shot, abusing the flaps just a little bit. Of course, you don't want to use them much above 550, but you can tap them. Try to pull for the keyboard, miss the shot. Right now, I know I'm going to be slightly faster than him, so this is kind of a bad move pulling back in, but he didn't plan that very well. Right now, I'm still going faster than him. Got to make this shot. Got 6 rounds left, and it's not looking good, but he is not sticking with me, and I'm not sure why. So I go up vertical, and we're going to try and pull back down behind him once again. 6 rounds is more than enough to kill things in this plane. Now, it's just going to come down to if I can land the shot. Here we come. Pulling inside his turn just a little bit here. Not quite. Didn't have the shot. Wasn't clean enough. Was not going to waste my 6 bullets. So we go ahead and we just drop our nose and pull away. He's got to do a full 180 to make another pass on me. He's not going to gain enough speed in the meanwhile. But I know he has missiles. So we're going to watch for it. Here comes the missile. Easy dodge, though. We're just going to kind of lead it just a little bit, and then it's right on past. But because he fired that missile off, I'm going to dump a little bit of speed, and he's not really going to catch me, but I kind of want to end this match. I got 6 rounds. I got my teammate who just taken off. He's working his way here. I'm not really that scared of this fight right now. So I'm going to get a little bit of speed back up to about 800. Then I'm going to turn into him, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use his speed, force an overshoot by creating a leading turn, I guess is the term, because he will try and lead my turn to make the shot, and that will force him to overshoot. So here we go, turning in towards him, right at about a 90 degree. And once he gets close, we're going to pull up, and we're going to dump a little bit of speed and try and get inside his turn. And we missed. Oops. But thankfully, I've got him nice and slow, and my teammates coming in to clean up. So this is the end of the match. Could have been 7 kills, could have been 8 kills. But of course, you know, I'm human. We all messed up here and there. This is all footage from yesterday. I played, like, I don't know, maybe 20 games yesterday. I had a blast flying this plane. I didn't think I was going to have a blast, honestly. But right now, the matches are 8-7 heavy. So there's a lot of 8-7s, a lot of 9-0s. I haven't been facing a lot of 9-7s. So the Lightnings and the F-3Hs, yeah, they're way faster than me. But in a defensive situation, I still choose this plane. There he goes. That's the end of it. That's the end of this match. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you again for all the support. Like I said, people saying this plane is bad, I'm just going to say it now. Learn to fly. Because if you keep your speed, you are very, very, very dangerous in this aircraft. Now, I will digress that some of the other Sabres have 50 cals, and 50 cals are really a pain in the ass right now. And that's just the truth. But these guns still work. Run armored targets. Run 20 minutes of fuel. If you really want to run 7 minutes of fuel, I make no claims on the outcome of your match because you will run out of fuel. But, hey, it's fun. Whatever. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you around.